Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GameDay Squad Aussie Rules live stream for round 14. Callum just informed me he has that dog in him. He's got a couple of dogs barking around his house. We all fixed up now. Are you ready to join?
Yeah, mate. The dog's going a bit crazy here. I thought I'd throw the baton to you to give the entry just in case things are going a bit crazy. But neighbours seem to be having a party. Dogs are barking. Everyone's keen. Round 14's almost here. What an afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker, but man, I'm not excited. I'm not excited. There's a part coming up where myself and Kerm are putting some cards up on the line, and I don't want to be losing any. I'm dreading it. I'm truly dreading it.
This is a stressful show. This is, to say the least. Keep following us through the show. It's going to be a stressful one for us, and yeah, it'll be good for you guys nonetheless.
I don't know what you guys are so stressed about. I'm super excited for this. I know I'm not the one that's going to be not the one that's going to be giving anything up. But if you are following along, make sure you are reaching out to us in the comments. Let us know you're here. And early heads up for those I can see. We've got a handful of people already joined us. Let us know in the chat if you want to be part of the show. We did give a little bit of a preview. There was something spinning around. That means there's potentially some stuff that is going to be on offer. So let us know in the chat. We'll start getting your names down, and when we get to that wheel, you'll have first dibs on some stuff. But Tom, what else we got on this show?
Yeah, mate. Look, we got a bit on this show. We're going to go through our teams, announce our teams for this week. We've got the bye round this week, so our teams are going to look very different from the regular. So I'm sure a lot of people are keen to see that, what moves we have made. We have got our pack of the week because we were unable to do a show this week. So we will be giving that out. Someone will be winning a free pack courtesy of Kerm. And Kerm told me he's got a banger this week. So I'm super excited to see that. I cannot lie. We've got the dreaded quiz. Me and Kerm are not happy about, but I'm going to go in with some optimism. I'm just going to nail it, do my thing. Then we'll do lock of the round and we'll wrap it all up because, as Dos just said, Thursday night footy is here again. We were so pumped about it last week. Man, I'm so excited about this week. It's so good to just sit down knowing after this we could watch the footy with the boys. I'm pumped, man. Pumped.
Yeah, all the excitement that's been going on this week, I kind of have forgotten that Port's actually playing tonight. So it's only sort of hit me as we'll go and have the intro music. Shout out to our marketing team for getting that sorted for us. As that was going through, I'm like, Port's actually got a game. So we'll see how Kenny goes against tonight. Can we get from Ken 10 to Ken 11? Doesn't have the same ring on it, but I'll take it.
Oh, that's good, mate. That's good. But we are here today because of GameDay Squad. Create, coach, and compete. And if you don't know what it is, punch it into your browser. Sign up today to open your free starter packs and start building your dream team. Whoa, let's go, man. The nerves are kicking in, Kerm. I don't know about you. What I'll quickly do... Oh, dude, tell me about it. But we'll quickly give the Discord a plug. So what we do there, guys, is every single week we run a competition on our Discord in the competition tab. And what we ask from you is who's going to be the highest scoring player from that particular round. If you can guess that correct, you get a 3 times player common pack. Additionally, if you can guess the exact score that they get as well, so they're the highest scorer for the round and you've nailed the score, you get a bonus to 1 player unique pack. So the reward has changed. It used to be a 3-player rare pack. Now you get 2 1-player unique packs. So join the Discord. It's free. We can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, love it. Love it. And shout out to Mark, who's just told us he is tested positive for COVID, mate. We are here for you. Good. Try and get you through this. We'll get you to the Port game. And yeah, we'll hopefully give that wheel a spin. What have you got there, though? That looks pretty good.
Before we get into this pack of the week, we had Mark, he's friend of the show, friend of GameDay Squad, and friend of myself. That might be, out of all the people I've known who have had COVID, he might be the bloke who's had it the most. I think I'd love to hear how many times Mark has had it in the comments. I think this is going on maybe the 6th or 7th time. It is insane. Just trying to get off of work, I imagine. But as you can see on the screen here, we have a juicy, keep hold of your socks because I'm about to knock them off type situation here from Bickers on Discord. A legend Zach Butters card. Now we don't actually have the pack that it came in. It is a little bit of a 4th time only, he says in the comments. A little bit of a a backwards line here, but Zach Butters legend card, if we had the pack, it would have been unreal. We had a legend Harry Sheasel maybe a week or so ago, Cal.
Yeah,
but
about
your
last
boy
week.
Zach Butters here, the legend card. What are your thoughts on this? You're a bit heartbroken, I imagine.
Yeah, it was very much mixed emotions. I took this one very personal. Stoked that it's in the game. Stoked that someone got it, but yeah, I wanted it to be me that got it. Then obviously the peanut butters, Zachy Butters is my boy. So mixed emotions this week. Where bit of a roller coaster, but just happy that he's in the game.
It is an insane card. We spoke about it a couple of weeks ago.
Good.
We were talking about Nick Dacos being the best player in the league, and I think if anyone's going to push him for that title at the moment, it is Zach Butters. So at 22 years old, this is arguably, with Harry Sheasel, got to be up there with the best card in the game at the moment. We are a dynasty platform. So, Vickers, congratulations. You have an absolute stud card on your hand. And if you guys, as always, want to get involved in this segment, win yourself some free packs, the best way to do it is to jump onto the Discord, go to the AFL channel and find yourself the pack opening sub channel there where you can submit all your pack opening screenshots. We'll pick a winner every week. You'll receive your free packs. And every week there's a different criteria. This week we just threw it out the window because that Zach Butters card is just astronomical. So this criteria over the next week will be just best pack. I want to see your best packs. If you can beat this Zach Butters card, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to do that. You will definitely be the winner. But get those screenshots in on the Discord and I'll be picking a winner every single week.
That easy. Just that easy. I can see some comments there coming in. Rosie is also my boy. I've claimed the whole Port Adelaide midfield. So throw Horn Francis in there. There's a few that I'll claim.
Oh, goodness, man. I just remember like 2 weeks ago how excited I was getting a silver Butters for my team. And this guy's gone and got himself the legend 1 of 1. Congratulations. That is a wicked pull. But let's get into our team run through. And we'll start at the bottom. Our worst competitor here. Rank the worst. Sorry, mate. I'll stitch you up like that.
Stiff. Yes, I'll get you back later. Don't you worry. # spin the wheel. My team there, I don't want to talk about who I've brought in and out. I want to talk more about a bit of a strategy because last week you guys know I went big on Platinum English, hedged a lot. And as you know, he had his worst game of the season and that stung because if Platinum English had gone average, I probably would have been up there around the top. So I've thought about doing a similar strategy this week. You can see I've kept English in there, which I think is a bit of a brave call. But for me, I'm looking at it like this. He burns me again. I'm out. English gang is over. I'm back on Marshall Island. I'm never touching English again. It is Marshall Island all the way. So I'm giving him the bet. I'm giving him an opportunity here to redeem himself because the last thing I want to do is take him out and then watch him go for another 150 again. But what you can see, the rest of my team, I've started to level things out. So we've spoken a lot about the best strategy in GameDay squad as a classic competition player. And I think to get the best effect with the multipliers, it's a team full of silvers and 1 gold. So I'm slowly coming towards that, particularly through the buys when there's a bit more uncertainty. Don't have the star players that I want to bank on. So that's what I've changed with my team there at the moment. I'm pretty happy with it. There's still probably a few players that I don't know. I feel comfortable playing, but that's what the buys do. They make you play a few players that you wouldn't otherwise play. So I want to know what you guys think, particularly around my Tim English and going with him again.
No, I don't like phonies.
He's got Todd Goldstein, doesn't he? The Kangaroos.
I have to say it, but bro, with English gang, man, we don't have phonies in there. You're either all in or you're all out, brother. I can't have you sitting on the edge. I can't have you doing that because you're the reason why he will play bad if we do it because you don't have belief. You got to believe in him. Believe in English. He'll deliver for you.
And Bradley, we did pack a Jinbi while I was testing something for one of the guys, so I don't think I've changed that back. We were doing something in one of our videos, so he won't be there. Don't worry about that.
I'm with George. I'm more Marshall over English, and maybe that's because I don't actually have a English card myself. But as we've spoken about it a little bit in depth in recent weeks about the head-to-head scores of Tim English and Rowan Marshall, and I think it's a little bit closer than what people think when you're looking at averages, and you can get fully into the scores and the math behind it. But No, I like this team. You're obviously going to be up there again. Hopefully, climb a little bit closer to Tom by the end of the week.
Oh, hold up.
Yes, please. Yes,
I
please.
want to see a little bit of competition between you guys. It's been hot for earlier on in the season. It was very hot. It's starting to get a little bit out again. So
Yeah, you're right. I'm running away with it. You're right. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
And just I can see, I've only got the one port, so the other one that's going to slot in is Connor Rosie. So that's going to make up for me. But Tom, before we get onto your team, George is just saying he might be a bit biased because he's got the legend Marshall. So we talk about you being the leader of English Gang and me going to Marshall Island. Well, it's George that owns all the stock of Marshall Island.
Yeah, George owns it all. Yeah, 100%. He's part of Marshall Gang. We're the two heads of the mafia going head to head.
How's your team looking, Tom?
Yes, let's go over to my team. Look, again, it's the bye round. This is probably not the same people I'd be running on a normal week, but I found some cards deep in the club here to plug in. And you can see in the back line, 3 golds. And it's because I don't have any other Jake Lloyds or Hayden Young. So I really either play them as their gold variant or need to find someone else to fill the hole. And I think this week they're going to be some of the better defenders that you can play. So I thought I'm going to have to take that salary cap hit. Jack Sinclair comes back in. Aaron Hall comes in as well after a pretty good week last week. Was pretty impressed there. The midfield, man, I had a Caleb Sarong. I was so excited to play, and I think he's been scratched. It's not looking good, but I'll keep an eye on that. If he does play, I'll plug him in, but it's not looking good. Got Brayshaw. Bont and Jack McRae have come in as bronzes there. Noah Anderson's come in as well. It's looking very different in that midfield. Normally we have the likes of Merritt, Laird. Yeah, it's different times. Sticking with my boy English, #English Gang. You know I'm on that. And I've got the double port in the forward line silvers. Connor Rosie and Zach Butters for the first time. Debut for Rosie. Butters has been doing his thing for a while. So
it's about time, though.
It's
about time.
It honestly is, man. That's one of the cards that I've been wanting to get for a long time, and finally he's come to me. Got that gold Tim Taranto there who's doing some heavy lifting there anyway. Dunkley, Cogs, and Errol Goulden. That's going to round it off. What are your thoughts, fellas? You surprised about McRae?
I am a little bit, and it's more because there's 4 Western Bulldogs in your team, and we know that Bevo, the coach of the Western Bulldogs,
you're right.
absolutely hates fantasy and fantasy coaches all around the country. So I'd be a little bit, it's hard because individually they're all insane players. I know Jack McRae is coming off a very good week. Caleb Daniels in insane form. I'd just go check what his CBAs are like if you're thinking about Caleb Daniel. But the other one for me, and Cal, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, is Aaron Hall and his situation with Jack Siebel down back and Harry Shearsel moving into a forward mid-role.
You know I don't want to talk anything about Zeeble. Even if you want to ask me Aaron Hall questions, you know I am not the Zeeble guy. Even teammates of Zeeble.
Hates him. So it's
dislike. Hates a strong
unfair.
word.
Unfair.
Opposite
Aaron
of coach's
Hall,
pet.
Yeah. Aaron Hall could go 150 for you, or we know that he is that boom or bust type player, and in a bye week he could potentially win you this week. So yeah, I don't mind it, Tom. You put a very good team forward here getting into the big buy round.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we had to make some changes. We had to make some moves, as Callum said, and they're the ones that looks like I'm rolling with this week. But let's go on to our champion competitor, Kerm, sitting second, nearly at the top. Pretty comfy up there, though, mate. Let's run through your team.
Yeah, I'd love to grab that first position after this buy round. I'd love that going into round 15 and onwards. But I'm not, as I'm sitting here today, I'm not quite happy with my team and how it's set up. As you can see, we have 4 Freo players, in which, again, we spoke about the 4 Western Bulldogs players. At any time you got 3 or more players of the same team, it doesn't quite feel that right. And with Hayden Young, and it's just a weird thing, isn't it? But Hayden Young and Luke Ryan specifically, they've been very up and down these last couple of weeks, and I think it comes down to a bit of lack of defender depth. I'm trying to reach for some points there based on average, and I'll probably look to make some changes going into tomorrow. Let's be honest, I'm not really going to be playing many Geelong or Port Adelaide defenders down back going into tonight. So I do have that freedom of tomorrow to think about a little bit more. Hopefully Tom Stewart can give us a good head start. But yeah, definitely look to get some pep ball in overnight and make a couple of changes
Hey,
Into the midfield.
if it wins your Champions League, if it's good enough for him, we can finally say
Yeah,
it's good enough
exactly.
for
It's a
you.
little bit different this week after the Champions League win. Into the midfield, obviously Andy Brayshaw is going to be a rock solid start for me going into this week. But the rest of the guys, I mean, Tom Green absolutely decimated the boys last week. Any coaches who started him will not be happy with his performance. Chad Warner, Matty Rowell, boom or bust type players. Again, I'm pretty keen to back Chatty Warner in. We'll talk about him later on in the show, I'm sure. But yeah, Chad Warner and Matt Rowell, boom or bust type players, but I'll back them in this bye week and hopefully go boom for me. And Lockie Neal, I've spoken and written a lot about Lockie Neal so far this year. I think I even went as far to say he's a bit behind it. And these last couple of weeks, I think he's averaging around 130 odd GDS fantasy points through the last 4 rounds or something like that, just to prove me wrong and show he's got a little bit of fuel in the tank. So, Lockie Neal for me, I think, is a high upside play playing at the Gabba. I think I could do a lot worse than Lockie Neal, although I don't feel too awesome about it.
They might win by 70, 80 points though. So
yeah, they could.
Might run over the top.
Hey,
Swans.
They very well could. They very well could. Sydney are not in their best shape. We've spoken a lot about Rowan Marshall, and my forward line is about as vanilla as it comes going into this round, with the exception of maybe Luke Jackson, which...
Well, on that point,
yeah,
funny you say that, because you've got 2 players there, Kerm, that you might not have by the end of this show.
Exactly, yeah. We're... Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm going to be honest. I'm really nervous going into this next segment. We'll get into it. I'm sure you guys will throw the rules down for me.
Keep letting us know if you are there in the chat and you haven't said you want to be part of the game we're going to do in a moment. Make sure you yell out. We've already got a list of people who want some cards. Make sure you are one of them if you want to be a part of it. Before we do that, got a question coming for you here, Kerm. Danny D has asked, Ryan Clark tag incoming for Neil again. What are your thoughts? Very, very, very real possibility. Ryan Clark has been known to tag some of the better players, ball winners in the league, and even did it this year. It's always going to be a scary thought, and every time Ryan Clark's going to be selected. But I'm not sure that Sydney and Tom, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm not sure Sydney quite have the midfield depth to stick Ryan Clark in the guts now and go a full-time tagging role with the injuries that they have at the moment. And I'm sort of leaning on that thought process going into this round that Neil will shake it and break free. And I mean, if he's dominating, he's got 25 by halftime. Maybe they stick him on, but maybe half the damage is done by then and he can coast out for the rest of the game. But very, very scary thought, Danny D. It's a very good call out and something we need to think about every time Ryan Clark goes up against one of these types of players.
I do want to say, though, if James Sicily can single-handedly beat the Lions, then we're in for a shot, mate. All right? We have a chance. I'm not saying we'll win. I'm just saying there is a chance at the Gabba this week, which I'll actually be going to. It's my first time at the Gabba.
Hey.
Never been before. So I'm pretty pumped, man. But I'm not pumped on the result because, I do have a pretty bad feeling heading in.
I will be making sure to capture all live footage as the goals pile in against the Swans. Oh, what have we got here?
Here we go.
Guys, take us through, Cal, mate. Explain.
Yeah, so we do a few fun games on a Thursday night ahead of the footy. It's great to have it back on a Thursday. So to give our followers and everyone watching along here a bit of insight, I think this afternoon I thought it was no fun if we were just giving away cards and packs tonight. I thought maybe it's a bit better if we actually give away Kerm's and Tom's cards and packs tonight. So I think Bradley in the chat before was saying he can't wait to get one of my cards. Not tonight, Brad. Not tonight. What we're going to do, I have a quiz set up and the game is going to work. It's pretty simple. I ask each of you a question and if you get it wrong, we spin a wheel. And on that wheel, we've got a few of your cards and some packs on there as well. And we'll go through them in a second to talk who you've got. But just to talk through the rules, 1 each, 5 questions in total. You both have given me 5 cards each, so up to 10 cards and a few different packs. I'm going to introduce something that I haven't told you guys about.
Here we go.
I'm going to call it Phone a Friend. And if there's a question you get where you don't know, it's a bit of a double or nothing. I'm going to get it so you can pass it on to the other person. But if they get it wrong, 2 spins of the wheel. So the
All right.
double question.
All right.
So I just want to say, yeah, I'm going to throw that to you. But before we get that, before we bring up the excitement, let's have a chat. Go to the next slide you've got there, Tom, because I want to show you what players are on the board tonight. Starting with yours, Tom. You've got a gold Tim Kelly, gold Treloar, a platinum Ned McHenry, which is your boy, but you're happy to lose. A silver Chera, and the one that you said you might cry if you lose is your Bailey Smith. Why would you be crying about him?
Look, I know he's not having a good year this year, but I played him for majority of last season. I have a connection and love for him, and I truly do believe that once Bevo is out, I saw a comment before in the chat saying hashtag Bevo out, he will be unleashed and he will be freed and he will become a top 5 midfielder again. That mullet can't be tamed for too long, boys. It's going to happen. It's eventually he's going to kick into gear. And yeah, that's why. It's because I know that he'll be an important part of my team. But I might not get to own him at the end of this, so we'll see. And then Chera as well, I put him up. I could be playing him this week. I went through my team and I was like, did I make a mistake there? Should I have kept Chera? But I guess we're going to have to live with it. And yeah, we'll see how we go, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go to the next one.
Because Kerm understood the assignment from our listeners' point of view and everyone following along and supporting us.
Exactly
he didn't understand it from his point of view because he's got a Luke Jackson and Chad Warner diamond on the board. Not to mention the platinum Timmy Taranto and Duke Miller and a bronze English. Mate, I'd have Mike Cry under all those cards. You must be very nervous right now.
Yeah, I'm just the man of the people. You know what I mean? I've put these cards out there for the listeners. Hopefully, I mean, I'd love to keep my Luke Jackson and Chad Warner cards that obviously in my starting team. But yeah, hopefully they go to a good home tonight if I do not get to keep them. So,
right.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Tom, you got to the next slide there, or is it going to be? I'm just bringing up my thing here. I don't have the questions on the slide. You guys can see the wheel. That's going to be spinning around. I've got the questions ready to go. If you get one of them wrong, you can't complete it. To the wheel we go.
All right.
I've already got some names here. So people have been commenting on the way through. We've got 7 so far. We've got 3 more spots. Let us know if you would like one of the cards. We've got Mark Jones. You're going to be on the first question, right? So you want Kerm to fail. So tonight, guys, I'm with you guys. I want to see these guys fail because I want to support everyone that's been following along here. So it's us against Tom and Kerm tonight. Kerm, are you ready? You've got question 1.
Okay.
Name in order the last 10 grand final winning teams.
Oh, mate. You may as well spin the wheel now.
Come on, you can do it.
Geelong.
Yep.
Melbourne.
Yep.
Richmond.
Yep.
West Coast.
Richmond back to back. They won 2020, 2019, and then it was the Eagles. Mark, this is all yours. Follow along here. Let's see what we got. Now, this isn't just going to be Kerm's cards. You can see the little letters there. It could be one of Tom's cards that have lost. And would you believe it? We've lost Tom's boy. Bailey Smith is gone.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Mark, congratulations. You've got the silver Bailey Smith coming your way. Make sure best place to get in contact with us is on the Discord. Reach out to us. It's the easiest way to get those trades after the show.
That was the one card I didn't want to lose, bro. Yeah, congratulations, Mark. I hope you enjoy him because I did for the time I had him. Oh, goodness.
Couldn't be happier to see Tom's team getting weakened as we head into the round. Tom, I got a true or false question for you. Before we do that, George, this one is going to be for you. So, guys, we've still got those three spots available. Make sure you're yelling out if you want one of them. True or false, Tom? Harry Sheezel has had a 40 disposal game this year.
I really want to get this right because George is part of Marshall Gang. It's true.
It is not true. It is false. He had 37 was his most in round 4. Tom,
I know he had that stretch. Oh, God.
You have earned George a spin of the wheel.
I swear to God.
Oh, George, congratulations. You are the new owner of Kerm's Timmy Taranto.
No, I'm so sorry, Kerm. Oh, gosh.
This is cruel.
Yeah.
All right.
If I ever call you guys again on a Thursday afternoon for an emergency meeting,
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
answer.
say.
Don't answer. Next up, we've got Finn. Finn, this is going to be yours. So you want Kerm to get this one wrong here. Kerm, you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Who averages more points in 2023? Jake Lloyd or Tom Stewart?
Jake Lloyd.
0-3, guys. 0-3. It is Tom
Really?
Stewart by a hair. Tom Stewart, 112. Jake
What?
Lloyd,
I thought the same, eh?
111. Finn, congratulations. This is all yours. Kerm's
just scouting
devastated. Guys, I
each
thought I
other
made
now.
these easy for you. I thought I
Give
made a
him
bunch
a-
of 50-50 questions. and
Give
you
him
get
a
them
Ned
all wrong.
McHenry. Can we get it?
Oh, the Jackson. Oh, guys.
All right. Well, it's. I guess it's. It seems like we keep getting each other. Kerm. Every time
Yeah.
you get one wrong, it's my cards and vice versa. So let me try to clutch up here for you, bro.
Nah, we're just happy to give these out, you know.
Yeah, you're stoked. I'm sure you would have been stoked to see your Luke Jackson diamond walk over. Finn was there. It looked close, Finn. It looked close. You almost had a very, very good card. And Cherry goes straight into his team, he says. So
Awesome.
he's thankful that you guys don't know your footy. So we'll get on to the fourth question here. We've got written down, Bradley, this is going to be all yours, mate. Question 4. Tom, are you ready?
Yep. Yeah, I'm ready.
Lance Franklin has kicked over 1,000 goals in his career. Has he kicked over 1,000 behinds?
That's a good question.
Don't phone a friend, bro. This is your boy.
Yeah, he's my boy. I play him all the time. The laws of averages. Yes. Yeah, he has.
No, he has not. He has only scored 738 behinds. I
Oh
was
my
as shocked as
gosh,
that when I
that
found
is-
that one out.
I
So,
didn't realize it was Steph Curry, bro. My goodness. This guy's sharpshooter. Wow. Well,
Bradley,
credit to him.
this is all yours, mate.
I
All
can't even
yours.
watch at this point, bro.
It's going to be Warner. I can feel it. I just said it. I called it, bro.
Oh.
Tom.
Bradley,
Bro, I knew it. I knew it, man.
Bradley, we want to see how stoked you are. Chad Warner is all yours.
That
Look
wasn't
at
even a
Kerm.
50-50. That was like a 75-25, man. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
All in sick for the rest of the show.
Gosh, bro, I'm
Um,
rattled, man. I can't think straight now, bro. As soon as I gave up one card, that was it, bro. You had me done. You had me done. You started off with Smith. If you started off with Ned, I would have been fine, bro. Oh, Kerm. All right, let's go. We got a couple more left.
Bradley is stoked with that one. As
No,
you would
I mean,
be.
congratulations, brother.
As stoked as you are, I'm reckon Kerm's 10 times worse to see Tom's boy disappear from his team. Guys, you've just got to get questions right. You're 0-4 here, and I've been asking you 50-50 questions.
Hey, don't you start. I smashed you in a quiz the other week, all right? You pipe down, brother. You pipe down. This is tough. This is tough, man.
Question 5, Danny D. I've
Oh.
got you written down for one. Make sure if you
Here
are
we go.
following along and we haven't got your name written down, you're yelling out and that you want a card. Number 5, Kerm. Who is taller, Marcus Bontempelli or Patrick Cripps?
Dude, like,
They're both giants.
I'm gonna phone a friend. Tom, have a crack.
You got to. This is a double spin.
This
This
is
is
a
a
double-
double spin for Danny D.
Kerm, I've got this for
Let's
you.
just do it. Yeah.
Cripper, he's taller. Cripps.
It is Patrick Cripps.
Yes!
That's clutch. That is clutch.
Oh, I'm out here, bro.
195 centimeters to 192.
Oh, I tell you, they're both big midfielders,
Yeah.
man. You don't want to mess with
That's good,
either.
Tom. That
And
is good from you.
Danny D says Caleb Daniels is the right answer. So, yeah, love it. Sorry, yeah, sorry, Danny D. We'll see if we can come back to you after for another card potentially. You guys finally have got one right. Tom, you've got the next one.
I do.
This is going to be for, I think it was DB or DD. I can't remember. I can't read my own handwriting, but 474. Who's got this next one here? So,
Yep.
Tom, is it true the Swans season is done for the year?
What sort of question is this?
I'm just kidding. I wanted to see if you gave me the answer just to save your cards, but no, the real question is,
Yeah.
you know how Ned McHenry is your boy, and you're always going on about him.
Yeah, go on.
Is he older or under than 23 years old?
He's older. He's like 25 or 26.
Kerm, do you know the answer?
Yes.
And how old is Ned McHenry?
Oh, gosh.
Isn't he 21 or 22?
Oh, gosh. I thought he was old.
All this time, Tom's been slandering him. He doesn't realize how much of a dynasty gem he is. Wouldn't it be fitting if he now spins off the wheel for DB 474?
Just give Ned McHenry. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, what we got there? We got a pack. That's a 9-player rare pack coming your way. Player rare. We've got that.
I should have known that. I was
You
talking
should have
about
just
him all
answered
the
the
time.
Swans question. You should have just said that the Swans season is done and we could have moved on.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
What
This
type of
one
grass
is
does
for-
Matty Rowell eat? That sounds like a question that's going to be coming here.
This is for Dan's Dynamos. What have we got? True or false? St Kilda's 56-year premiership drought is longer than second-placed Freos and third-placed Carltons combined.
Ooh. When did Freo come into the league?
Lucky you've used your phone a friend. I'll say that.
There's actually some thought you could... Oh, God. This is going to be a couple of years in between.
It's a genuine 50-50 too.
I'm just going to say false feels more right.
I've forgotten how I positioned the question. So what are you saying is longer? St Kilda's drought or Freo and Carltons combined?
Freo and Carltons combined.
Is longer?
Yeah.
It is not.
Oh.
Saints is 56 years. Freo and Carlton, which is, poor Saints fans out there. I think George is George, you're a Saints fan from memory, or am I mixing that up? Poor Saints fans out there, regardless. 56 to 55. Kerm, that means for Dan's Dynamo, you have earned him a spin. You guys are very generous tonight. It's quite fun being on this side.
Is this the last question after this? Is this the end of our pain?
Are you sure? I think we've still got like 5 more
God.
questions to go. Took Miller coming Dan's way.
That's a good card, man. Oh, that's a good card. Wow.
I want the next one to sting. He's been very active in the chat today. GameDay DOS, our good friend. I want to see him take one card off you guys here. So,
No, I won't allow it. Let's go. Oh, sure.
Tom, who averages more points? Another 50-50. Real simple, mate. It's real simple. Skip,
So
how do you get a shot? You just put up your hand just like that. You are now on the board. If you haven't put your hand up already, make sure you are just yelling out. Tom, who averages more points? Sammy Walsh, or Rory Laird?
All right.
While you're
Also-
thinking, shout out to Dan's Dynamos. Yeah, it is brutal to watch. It is, but it's also fantastic to watch their teams fall apart. So very much a tactical thing for me this week, getting Tom's team back. I've beaten him last week on the field. Now I'm going to decimate it during the week. So
Yeah, this
What
is
have
the
you
only way you have a shot. I respect it, though. I respect it, but I know what you're doing. You're being very cheeky. I feel like you're trying to throw me off here. You think I would say Laird. I'm going Walsh.
Oh,
I knew that you knew I was going to do that. So no, Laird is higher. Hashtag Rick and Morty. Mate, that's another spin. DOS, congratulations. This one is coming your way.
Enjoy Platinum Ned. All yours.
Oh, Tim Kelly.
Oh, Tinny.
A
He's
decent
been
card
playing
too.
good, man. He's been
Yeah.
playing good this year.
Guys, we have had 8 questions. You've got 7 wrong, and most of them have been 50-50s.
I just want to say, I'm the only one.
History questions.
I'm the only one that got one right.
Yep. Yep. That's why I knew that in case one of you guys got on a hot streak or a poor streak, I'd drag the other in as well. We still have the Diamond Luke Jackson. Surely that's got to be the go here. I think we've got Skip. Danny D, happy to give you a second chance for being the only person who hasn't copped a right answer, unless someone else jumps in who hasn't had a go before we get to that. This one, I actually had a really tough one. So I thought by now you guys would be flying. I just wanted to make sure we got a few toughies in there so we could actually give away. I feel bad about asking this, but I also don't. Who won West Coast Eagles best and fairest last year? Awful year. Highly forgettable season. I don't even know if their fans turned out for them. Do you know who won the best and fairest?
No.
I'll give you a clue because I feel bad. It's a defender.
Oh, that's even worse, bro. Well, it wasn't Alex Witherden because Alex Simpson hates him. I don't think it was Liam Duggan. I don't think Elliot Yeo even played a handful of games. So it leaves me with Tom Barras.
Correct.
Oh,
well done.
I was going to go Shannon Hearn there, but I thought,
correct. You finally got one right there. So last one we got there. Sorry, Skip. I know you were keen to get yourself one of those cards there. I probably shouldn't have helped them out. I'll apologize to you later for giving Kerm a clue, but it's been a rough day for the guys. Last one though, Tom. Can you say, but we're going to give this to Danny D. You got the question right before. I can't remember which one. The only other one you've got right.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Final question.
Oh gosh, Doss has given it to me in the chat, but yeah, I'm ready, mate. I'm ready.
You deserve it. You are hashtag English gang. You talk about it all the time. He's a beast in 2023. But when he got drafted in 2016, was he a first round pick?
Gosh. It's really 50-50, isn't it? Really is.
But for you, I told you before we got on air, I said 50-50 for you guys is more like a 30% chance of getting it right. So
okay. So before I said that you thought that I thought, and then you actually thought that. So maybe this is the one where you thought that I thought. But what if you're just ahead of me again? So no,
I'm light years ahead.
He's outside. Nah, he didn't go in the first round. He's like a Nicola. Just spin the wheel, mate.
Kerm, would you like to?
I don't even think. I think it was a top 20 pick, let alone outside of the.
So just to confirm, you're locking in that he was not a first round pick.
Yeah, I already said it, man. I'm a man of my word. I'll stick to it. Spin the wheel.
He was the last round in the first round. He was the year that the Dogs won the grand final, and he was their last. He was their first pick, which was the last in first round. Which means, who do we say? Danny D. This is going to be the last one. This has been fantastic, guys. It's been great stealing your cards. As long as it's not the Luke Jackson card, I think Kerm will sleep. That was very, very close.
Way too close for comfort.
9-player rare.
Oh.
Thanks to you, everyone, for participating in that. It was fantastic to give away cards that weren't mine. Got to say, though, Kerm, losing your Chad Warner is going to sting. Bradley, I know, is stoked about it. But has it settled in yet?
And that's all that matters. It's gone to a good home. Hopefully, he can perform for you, Bradley. And the same goes to all the other people who won cards tonight. You got on the back of us who I mean, as Tom said, as we lost a couple of cards early there, all thoughts went out the window.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. Glad that a couple of cards are going to some good homes. And, yeah, hopefully we can get a better performance going next time we do this.
100%. Yeah, that was tough, mate. That was tough, but it was a good quiz. You definitely put some thought into it. A couple stitch-ups, but just know that I remember these type of questions. I will remember this, and when it's my turn to be the quiz master, I'm going to have a ball. I can't wait.
I do not look forward to it. Speaking of not looking forward to it, I do not like this last section of the show because I am not on top. Tom, you've jumped back over the top
Give me
of
my
me.
crown right there.
Yeah.
Oh, feels good.
Mate, we're only halfway through the season. Kerm, no need for applause. We've got plenty of way to go. But you did get a win when I banked in on Tim English. So do you want to talk about you being at the top and who got you there?
Yeah, I do. You went all in on Team English last week. You were banking on Port's Ruckman to not do very well. You know, it was good thought process, but just a little bit off. I went with Zachy Butters. So I was watching that same game very closely. And dude, he was dominant. I feel bad that I did 127 points. I could have nearly done 160 and the guy would have got it. He is a jet. He is on fire recently, man. Unreal week for Zachy Butters and an unreal month at that, mate. His past month of footy has been absurdly good. So, yeah, nailed it on the head there. Was very, very happy with my pick. I'm now in front, 70 points clear of you because I don't guess those low numbers. And you're in danger of getting overtaken this week, I think. The community's catching up to you, mate.
Nah, no chance. Yeah, I did miss with English, but no chance of the community. We do have a spot for the community. So I think we've got here a couple of questions. So I did Mark on last week's show actually called out Tex as our community member.
123 fantasy points he went for. And me and Kerm at the time said that if you can nail this on the head, this is one of the all-time picks. And it could have gone 150 and he would have got it.
Too low, mate.
Got one for 2 bags. Jesus, that was an insane call.
Mark Jones from last week knows his footy much better than me and Kerm in that quiz. Gosh, so what a guy.
We can't not let Mark have the community pick again this week. If he's picking like that, everyone needs to know what he's got. So we'll get to your community pick as well in a second, Mark. But before we do that, DB474 was just asking, how do you get your packs? Reach out to us on Discord. That's the best place to talk to us. We can arrange the trade for you. So whether you want to directly get in touch with, if it was Kerm or Tom, that's card that stole, or you can get in touch with me. I'll be orchestrating it all, making sure every card that was won tonight or pack finds their new home. But Tom, go to the next slide so we can see who's won, so who's picked what for this round. Like
we don't know what we've picked. Oh,
there you go.
All right,
I won with Josh Dunkley. A, because I think he's very good at football. B, he's in a nice bit of form. But C, I wanted to pick someone that I could sit there, be super smug at when we're at the Gabba together, turn around and just let you know Dunkley's having a big night. So I've gone for the double there, and I think he's going to get 130. But I think he's
you can stare at the GameDay squad leaderboard while you're at it as well, mate.
Happily. It's a beautiful looking leaderboard.
Oh, goodness. That's a good pick, though. Yeah, well, as you can see there, I've gone Jack Sinclair. I feel like this week he's got a really good matchup. It's going to be a free-flowing game against the Richmond Tigers. There's not going to be a whole lot of defense. There's going to be a whole lot of ball movement, especially out of that back line. And we know what Jack Sinclair does and the role that he plays for the Saints. So I'm hoping he gets his hands on the footy quite a lot, lots of kicks, and should be getting at least 123 fantasy points for me, baby. So let's go. That's what I'm locking in. Kerm, take us through yours, man.
Yeah, I'm just here having fun at this point of the season. I've got a lot of ground to make up, a lot of points to
play the kids. Play the kids.
Yeah, exactly. And, Tim Taranto hasn't gone sub 130 since he was in the womb. So this is a pretty good indication to get in out of your squads because I'm about to burn everybody in the league. So fair warn, I've got him for 130. I literally don't think he's gone below that all season, maybe once. So yeah, get flamed, everybody. Come this time next week, we'll be all having a chucker about me burning everybody picking Tim Taranto here.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Do we have your pick, Mark? Have you locked in your community pick? We loved having you on the show last week. Give it to us again. You can't pick Tex again and then not have a second dig at it because whoever you pick here, I think is going to go straight into all of our teams. Potentially, just throw the diamond on them, even if you're playing in the capped league or the classic league. Go out, transfer market, find the diamond, play it. Because if Mark says it, it's going to happen. So, have we got the pick?
Crystal ball time. He's pulling it out. He's working out.
While we wait for that pick to come through, just want to shout out Port tonight, 11-0. So super excited for it.
Mark doesn't miss, baby. He does not miss. Let's go. Pull
He's
that up
good.
on the screen.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
I'll do it for you, Callum. I know you won't say it. He's going to lock in Zeeble, the man, the myth, the legend, Cal's favourite player in the entire AFL. He's been begging for Port to trade for him, but it hasn't got it done yet. Hopefully one day they will, but 132 fantasy points. Everyone sub in your Zeebles. Let's go. It's time to roll.
That's good.
Classic stitch up, but a great spot to end it. Thanks for everyone for supporting the show tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've won some cards as well. Appreciate it. Make sure you do get your teams in. We've got the Thursday night games tonight, both in the Aussie rules and for the rugby league. And make sure, of course, you're checking everything out that's happening on our Discord and socials. So there's a lot of updates going through. So make sure you always got the latest version of the app. Super excited. We've got some cool stuff coming through the pipeline. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you all next week. Enjoy the weekend.